appointed mayor of Defiance, Amanda Rosewater. She's a bit in over her head on the job. She was not bred to be a mayor. She was just the assistant to the mayor when beloved Mayor Nikki stepped down, and then she handed the reins over to Amanda. Amanda's an idealist. She really believes in Defiance, maintaining its independence, that humans and aliens can live together peacefully, and that's the only way we're going to survive and rebuild our planet, is if we all just get along. And she's a very strong woman. She's very strong. What I loved about the script in general was that all the female characters were very strong. They're all very dynamic. They're all extremely complex with very complicated relationships. There's no what I refer to as the mother-wife victim role. Every woman in the script has something to do, has a secret that they're hiding, and is just extremely dynamic. It's not like I can read a history book and see what happened in the post-apocalyptic Earth. No, for me it was, first off, the show did a lot of work for us. I mean, this was 5 years in development, 5 years in the making because of the game. So when we showed up for pre-production, there was basically a show Bible that was already done, and we could look at visuals of the special effects, and the town was being built, and we could kind of see there were so many details that had already been addressed and already been incorporated into the show. So then they handed us our characters and sat down with us and encouraged each and every one of us to be creative within the character. I also watched a lot of Alice and Janney in the West Wing. Kevin had said to me very early on that Amanda was very much like Alice and Janney's character on the West Wing in the beginning, where she's like starting off and she makes mistakes. She always manages to pull herself out because her heart's in the right place. Didn't change anything for me because I'm not in the video game yet. I want to be, so I'm not in it yet. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of it, and from what I've seen, it's very cool. You know, it's very much an additive experience because they both stand on their own separately. If you play the game and watch the show, you're going to have a richer experience, but you can do both separate. And from what I understood, there were certain things like there's no horses in Defiance, and one of the reasons why there's no horses in Defiance is because they're too hard to create for a game. There are certain elements into the creation of the show that the game affected the show, and the show affected the game. There was cars that the game had wanted, and then when they built them, they tipped over. So they had to change the dynamics so they wouldn't tip over. Not as much as I wanted to.
No?
I love that stuff. You know, I was really pushing for more. I was like, I mean, I wanted Amanda to be badass. I'm like, let me kill someone. Let me like beat someone up. Let me like, I love that stuff. And for me, it's like, it's just fun. It fulfills my adrenaline junkie side and my competitiveness and all the things that, you know, make me this type A personality. And, but I love it just because it's a fun part of acting that they don't really teach you in acting school. I think that if this town existed, I'd be dead. Because I would have died when the aliens arrived. I would have just had a heart attack. My heart would have exploded. I just would have been like, oh my, dead. So I just wouldn't even exist.